Hey guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader, and I am back this week with another segment. Hey guys, this was just curious to me. So I was going through the calendar, the national calendar, and a lot of things caught my eye, and this particular one caught my eye the most. March the 20th, they actually have it quote unquote as act as you're happy. I kind of took that as an offense because you don't want to act. You actually want to be. And in my opinion, and this is my opinion only, when you are, this, in my opinion, again, will help reduce and or possibly eradicate suicide and depression. Because when you stop and you think about it, when you're asking someone to act as if versus being, and then you have to show them, because when someone's in that state, they are hurting, they do need guidance. So I don't think it's a good idea to tell people to act, even if it has nothing to do with suicide or depression. But if you're new to the channel, that's what I focus on, helping you guys with simple tips and strategies so that you can overcome suicide and depression with nutrition, again, with simple tips and strategies. And that's because if you're consistent with it, you will see great success. So we're going to jump into this and we'll be right back. All right, so I thought this was significant, and guys, I got my notes because I got a lot, and I want to make sure that I am not forgetting anything. But this was significance to me because so many people are just acting happy rather than being happy, and being happy takes like no effort at all if you don't overthink it. And you guys have heard me say this multiple times. It's not a science project. So since it's not a science project, let's not make it a science project. Alrighty. All right, guys, so we're back. And I want to just give you all a couple tips that are simple that you can implement right now that will shift you into being on track with your happiness meter, and it will get those endorphins going on a regular basis. And if you didn't know, here's a simple tip. You can't trick your body, you can't trick your mind, and you can't trick God. Now, you might be able to trick some people into thinking that you're happy, but God, your body, and your mind know when you're lying. So let's think about this for a moment. Being happy, truly happy, means basically you're willing to do this particular act and you don't even have to get paid for it because it is so tranquil, it's so soothing to you, it comes natural, and you just totally enjoy it. So like something like that will not only just make you happy, but it can enhance indirectly the individuals that you're encountering. So you can do things like taking an art class outside, especially if you're an artist, even if you dabble in it. But why I'm suggesting outside is because typically when you're outside in nature, it really does enhance the way that you think. It brings out those ideas a lot smoother. And if you can, you want to be near a body of water that's flowing. So those ideas that are stuck in your mind, they'll start coming out a lot easier. And then you also get an opportunity to be in nature. You get some sunshine, you get those vitamin D's getting into your body. If you're stuck in the office all day, you're thinking about, I hate being here, I don't want to be here, I'm going to quit my job. Okay, let's start thinking of some things that you can do. Let's go outside and do them. Let's endure that challenge of being in the office, and then let's see how nature can just do a 180 turn on you. And being outside, being in nature, being by flowing water, I'm telling you, it will get those endorphins flowing like never before. It will make you feel so comfortable, so just tranquil in your mind. And this is why people like being at the beach so much, because you can totally relax. The waves, that white noise, the way the ocean hits the rocks, hits the way it sounds when it hits the sand. I mean, I'm not telling you have to get all messy or anything like that, but just think about the things that you love. I mean, even going and like we did this past weekend, I love serving, so this is why we do it all the time. But this past weekend, we went and we packed bags for the needy. You would think something like that is trivial, but I enjoy serving. I enjoy seeing someone else happy, and partial the reason that I do it, it is a little um, I don't want to say self-serving, but it's kind of double-minded, because my thing is, if I'm happy and I can help you to be happy, now you're not so evil, you're not contributing to the crap that we have going on in the world. So I like making sure that someone's happy. If someone's need is met on a basis like that, then they'll turn around and they will go and they will pay it forward and they will help somebody else. And so this is the name of the game. And guys, I used to think that the answers that the pageant contestants would give, just world peace, was just so dumb. But now with all of the stuff that's going on, I don't want y'all acting like you happy. I want you to be happy. And then I want you to start doing stuff that's truly going to make you happy, because one trickle of happiness from you will make somebody else happy. It's a domino effect. Now, I know some folks like doing retail therapy. And mama, if you're looking at this, I'm talking about you. But I prefer not to do that, because it comes with debt. And then this is where folks start having the challenge of being depressed again, because you got that short-term gratification of that retail therapy. Now you got the long-term effects of not being able to pay the bills. So when you look at things on how to be permanently happy, literally they need to be permanent. They don't need to be temporary, because when they're temporary, this is when you find yourself literally acting. So here's a suggestion: when you do retail therapy, start at the back of the store. Don't purchase anything. You want to start meditating, because what people want, they want the feeling that they get when they make that purchase. They don't necessarily want the purchase, they want that feeling. So go to the store where, hey, I like these shoes, and try them on. There are plenty of stores that let you try stuff on. Take a picture while you're in it. Don't necessarily buy it, and get that feeling. Meditate on how that makes you feel. Feel how those happy endorphins are running through your body. And then what you want to do is mimic that. Okay, and exercise is one of the best ways to mimic the happy endorphins. So while you're walking through the mall, I suggest, again, go to the end and then walk to all the stores that you would particularly like to shop in. But now you're exercising and getting your heart healthy, you're getting your lungs healthy. All right, join a walk club that walks through the mall, and take the time again to meditate on how you feel when you're going through the store, checking out all of the things that I don't necessarily want to buy, but I love the way it looks. I love the way this leather smells, whatever the case is. And then at the very end of the store, which is the exit, so you can go home, this is when you flip the script. Find someone that you truly admire, that you truly appreciate, and get them a small token of whatever it is that will bless their life. And then you walk out of the store with that small item, not a whole bunch of stuff that's going to put you in debt. All right? Hey guys, so another option is to listen to something that's funny. Watch something that's funny. Laughing is the best medicine that you will ever had. The Bible even tells you that a happy heart is good medicine. So I like to hang around folks that make me laugh. I think I'm funny. My husband says, you're not funny, but I think I'm funny. I make myself laugh. The Bible says that David encouraged himself. So if he can do it, then you can do it. So you got to stop doing that pity party. You got to get out there and figure out what's the magic bullet for you. Okay, I gave you all the suggestion about going into nature. Now, everybody's not a nature buff. I like being out there. I love being out on the water. So what I realize is that's my magic bullet. Something funny, listening, watching, being on the water. I mean, hey, you got to find out what that combination is for you that works for you, so that when you are in a situation where you're like, this is not working for me, you can say, up, let me go and hit that magic bullet. There's a magic bullet. You just got to put those steps together. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap this up. So I said all of that about being happy on purpose, not acting happy. You want to be happy, because now I'm going to read this. I want to make sure I get this right. So Proverbs 17:22. Now this is from the New Century Version. It says, a happy heart is like good medicine, but a broken spirit drains your strength. So you can take those suggestions and figure out what works for you. And my suggestions may work, they may not, but it gets you on the right track of saying, hey, let me think of more things that are on this, line of what she provided to us. And then I can figure out what works for me. And then the second one is Acts 20:35. The Bible says it's more blessed to give than to receive. This is because when you're giving, it kills your self-centeredness, and it really takes your mind off of yourself, and it redirects you to send your love and your kindness towards someone else who may need it. Now, I know that might sound counterintuitive, because you might be saying, I'm acting like I'm happy because I'm not happy. Well, I want to be happy. And that's why I remember when I told you all, instead of doing the retail therapy where you buying all the stuff, getting yourself in debt, start at the back, walk through the front, meditate on how the stuff makes you feel, because you don't necessarily want the stuff, you just want the feeling. And then think of someone who really is in need, because there's always someone else that has a need greater than yours. And then you go and you bless that person. And this is why I like giving. That's the major reason. I love the way it feels when I give, when I serve, because serving is giving. And so sitting there packing grocery bags for someone that's in need, that just made my heart feel so much better. And I guarantee if you do more things like this, like giving to someone else who's in need, who has a better or a greater need, I should say, than you will never think of how you're feeling. You really will put self second. And I'm not telling you to do that all the time, but when you're feeling your worst, that is a cue and an opportunity for you to serve, for you to show someone else that you love. There is an opportunity that they have out here where you can call seniors. Seniors, sometimes they've lost their entire family, and they just want somebody to call and say, hello, how are you doing today? Just think about that. And if you have grandparents, just do it. I make a point to try to call my siblings at least once a week or once a month. But because, we all got stuff going on, we created a chat group with my cousins. And then I have another one with my siblings where if you can't call, you can at least chat, hey, I love you. Do something so simple like that, and you'll be amazed at how it makes you feel, but on the other side, it makes someone else feel just equally as good. And so therefore, you're not acting, you are being happy, because that gratitude starts just oozing all out over you, and what you gave out will come back 100-fold. All right, guys, so with that being said, I'm Sandy White from Simply Fit, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader and your accountability partner. Check us out on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and look at our platform, wytv7.org, and see what we're doing in the community, and download the app. All right, guys, talk to you next week. Bye.